don't. All right. We are officially 7 days out from the National Football League draft. I do 3 a year, and this is the final one as we get ready and the clock really starts for the draft. And this is prior to New England saying that they're in the market for a veteran wide receiver like A.J. Brown. Okay, I added like A.J. Brown. Okay, I added that. Here we go. Number 1, Chicago Bears with the first pick. We'll take Mr. Painted Fingernails, Caleb Williams, quarterback, Southern Cal. If the guy wins and throws 30 touchdowns and they win a ton of games in a weak NFC, nobody will care about Painted Fingernails, and it'll be fashionable in Chicago. If he stinks, like the majority of the quarterbacks have stunk in Chicago the last 30 years, that's going to be holy hell in Chicago, a city I really like too. Number 2, I think the guy who's the best quarterback in the draft is going to the Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels. I like his journey. I like he played in the Southeastern Conference. You know what kills me about Brian Kelly and his inability to win big games? How in the world can you have 3 players in the top 15 picks and not win the SEC? How can that possibly be? Daniels, LSU, goes number 2. Number 3, New England. I think they're slated right now on Drake May. But you heard Wolf, the general manager, say we're open to anything at number 3. I don't think they're sold on the guy because I am not either. I don't think he's very good. But the quarterback position, it doesn't matter. QB, North Carolina. Number 4, Arizona, Marvin Harrison. Wide receiver, you got a weapon for Kyler Murray now. Death row, I bet you Bill was the coach. AJ won't be saying shit. This team has no leadership at all from ownership to quarterback. Death row. This guy he plays games like it just creates drama to create it. There's no reason for it. It's so immature. He's really immature. But it's okay. As long as he's not my captain. Oh, wait, he is. Number 5. Trade. With the pick, the Chargers trade to the Minnesota Vikings for the 23rd and 11th pick. They take J.J. McCarthy, quarterback, Michigan, who stinks. Now, this is what I think teams are going to do, not what I would do. Chargers moving down. They need multiple picks. Number 6, the New York Giants. The Gigantes. Because of the greatness of Dimes Jones. Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, LSU. With the 7th pick, first OT off the board, Joe Walt, Tennessee Titans. Notre Dame. Number 8, Atlanta. Florida State's Jared Verse, edge rusher, the first defensive football player, goes at number 8. Number 9, Roma Dunza, wide receiver, Washington, goes to the Chicago Bears. So you're going to have Odunza, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen in Chicago. Wow. And you get the kid on a rookie deal. Number 10, the New York Metropolitans. The people that had them in the same building, that's the Mets. The New York Titans, known also as the New York Jets. Take Troy Fantananu, Washington, offensive tackle. Number 11, Chargers moving down. Take Talisi Fuaga, offensive tackle, Oregon State. Number 12, Denver, Dallas Turner, edge rusher, Alabama. Number 13, the Las Vegas Raiders, J.C. Latham, offensive tackle, Alabama. Number 14, Olu Fashananu from Penn State, offensive tackle, goes to New Orleans. Number 16, Seattle, Jackson Powers Johnson, center, Oregon. Number 17, Jacksonville, Quinnen Mitchell, cornerback, Toledo. Number 18, Cincinnati, Amarius Mims, OT, Georgia. Number 19, the LA Rams, take Jerzon Newton, defensive tackle, Illinois. Number 20, the Pittsburgh Steelers take Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver, LSU. Number 21, the Miami Dolphins are taking Graham Barton, OT, Duke Blue Devils. And with the 22nd pick, the Philadelphia Eagles, as of April 18th, 4:53, take hold on. Teron Arnold, cornerback, Alabama. With the 23rd pick, the LA Chargers select Nate Wiggins, corner, Clemson. Number 24, the Dallas Cowboys are taking Tyler Guyton, OT, Oklahoma. Number 25, the Green Bay Packers are taking Cooper DeJean, DB, Iowa. Hey, by the way, hang on here. Hang on here. I forgot the 15th pick. Indianapolis selects Brock Bowers, tight end, Georgia. Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, and Brock Bowers in Indianapolis with Shane Steichen. That could be interesting. Number 26, Tampa Bay Bucks select Latu, edge rusher, UCLA. Number 27, Arizona Cardinals, Brian Murphy, defensive tackle, Texas. Number 29, Zach Frazier, OG, West Virginia. Number 30, I don't know why I'm making that noise. It's a trade. The Baltimore Ravens move out of the first round, and the New York Giants get Michael Penix Jr., quarterback, Washington Huskies. With the 31st pick, Kool-Aid McKinstry, cornerback, Bama. And with the 32nd pick, Kansas City takes Jordan Morgan, O-line, Arizona. That's your last mock draft of 2024 as we get ready a week out from the NFL. Bowers is not getting past 12. Well, the quarterbacks are making that happen, and so are the offensive tackles. See, the offensive tackles are ready-made to succeed. Hard to pass on them guys when you need them. And you say they're not getting past 12? Well, wait a minute here. Let me show you how that, again, fundamentally is not true. In the first 10, do you know how many defensive players are going in the top 10? 1, Jared Verse. You know how many offensive players are going? 9. 9 offensive players are going. I think Chicago needs either a DB, another wideout. Really? Remember something, Keenan Allen's only on a 1-year deal. And for that matter, I think Mike Williams is too. Minnesota wants a quarterback. Dude, these quarterbacks, between Caleb Williams, Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, and Michael Penix, I'm like, really? Okay, well, sure, I guess. 5 quarterbacks. How many quarterbacks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially, how about this, Yale? 5 quarterbacks, potentially 6 with Bo Nix. Y'all notice Sills never says who he'd select. It doesn't matter what I'd select. It matters who I think they're going to take. That's the difference between what you do and I do. I know what I would do, but I know what teams are going to do. Chicago needs a quarterback. Washington needs a quarterback. New England needs a quarterback. Arizona needs skilled people. Minnesota needs a quarterback. The New York Giants need skilled people. Tennessee needs offensive line help. Atlanta needs more defense to get home. The Jets need offensive line. Their offensive line was the 3rd worst in the league. What are you talking about, guy? This is what teams need. I'm looking at needs of teams. I'm not looking at the name on the player. I'm looking at the best available player at the position of need. That's how I do it. How do you do it? What? But let me guess. By the big name Howie Roseman on the back of the jersey shit? That's not how I do it, dude. Woo-wee! Let me guess. AJ getting traded. That's what he says. I'm in love with the Patriots. I'm starting to follow all the players. And the GM Wolf goes, I'm looking for a wide receiver. The same day, this guy cries and tells you his love affair with the Patriots. You know, I'm so in love with New England. I was watching the Dynasty. I think I'll just start following all their players, and I'll put a nice picture of Brady up. God, I love it. And yet the team that pays him $25 million, you sit there going, is this guy weird? This guy's a weirdo. Okay, weird. And you know what's crazy? All the stuff that I said today, I didn't bring it up with like any of my conjecture. Oh, I think it's been a good 2 weeks for Big Sills. Oh, God, yeah. Everything I've said has been true. That's what happens when you have an opinion and you go on a limb with things. And you know people and you ask people questions. Turns out to be true. Vic wanted Reddick out. Boom. Right. Belichick was in conversations with an introduction conversation. I'm taking over the Eagles. Hurts is bitching today about his coaching inconsistencies. And A.J. Brown's acting a fool. I don't know. I told you he'd do it too. Shit, it only took him 3 days. I thought it'd take a little longer, till at least after the draft. Didn't you, Xander? I thought it would take. I thought it would take longer. Didn't you think it'd take longer? Man, this guy just. There he was. There he was. Oh, I can't wait to get Philly 500. This guy has to be in tears. He has to be in tears. Okay? Sills also said Belichick will be the coach in 2025. I sure did. Looks like that's happening. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Hey, man. Let's see. Hang on. We got to check. Make sure you keep checking, because I'm sure His Highness will start posting some more shit. AJ Owens. That guy is a loaded box of content. There's just nothing better than AJ Owens. It's true. This is bullshit. He's pulling this off 3 days after Smitty's extension. Come on, man. I mean, hey, Denny, I thought it'd be longer. Okay? I thought it would be longer, that he'd start acting like a fool. I did. I thought it'd be longer, man. Jesus, Griminy. Brown's worth a great pick and a player. You're not getting A.J. Brown with a pick and Surtain. That ain't happening. Okay? By the way, a receiver versus a corner, give me the corner any day. Even your guy at the press conference says corners are highly sought after. Wide receivers are traded every day. The big name ones too. There's not a big name wide receiver in the NFL today that hasn't been on multiple teams. I don't think Jefferson's going to stay in Minnesota. Now, he may, if what I suggest that they trade up for J.J. McCarthy, I do believe that they'll sign up to a $30 million deal. Why? Well, because the quarterback will be on a rookie contract. Woo! How you doing? Boy, man, if you're Nick Sirianni, what were you even doing at that press conference, knowing that Bill Belichick, if the Eagles were going to pay the $25 million, would have been the head coach instead of you? What are you even doing there? You look stupid. Yeah. Hey, dude, what are you even doing there? I'd rather see Big Dom next to Howie. Big Dom's got more say. I mean, need the covers, Cheetah, AJ, top athletes. Yeah, they all get traded. They're so good. Why are they traded? Why are they traded, dude? Multiple teams. In their prime. In their prime, they're traded. Dude, get this. You're not trading DeAndre Hopkins in his prime. You're trading him when he's 30. Or you're not trading Julio Jones in his 20s, like when he's 25. You're not trading that guy at 25. You're trading him at 32. But AJ for a pick and a top 20 linebacker. Second round? Okay. I think AJ's done with the media here in Philly. Do you think? Get this. Hey, John C. Just one thing. Just honestly, just you and me here. I'm awake, are you? If you're AJ Brown, why? Hey, Xander says this to me all the time for some of my dumb tweets. What do you say to me, Xander? How's it help you? Xander, do you not say that to me sometimes? How's that help us and help you? Xander, you not say that? Well, let's apply that to A.J. Brown. How does that help him? How does it help him? Something that has nothing to do with the Eagles, the Patriots, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, has nothing to do with it. I agree, Yale. I don't think the media treats him bad. I mean, how does that help you? And again, all you have to do is watch the guy. This reminds me of Darius Slay stuff of a couple years ago. It reminds me of Darius Slay. DRC says, we sound crazy. Xander, put up that tweet and I'll take a timeout because we're going to get Philly 500 at the bottom of the hour. Put that tweet up, if you can, please. Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown just followed Patriots quarterback Jacoby Brissett and wide receiver K.J. Osborne on IG. Brown also changed all of his profile pictures to Tom Brady in New England. De facto GM Elliott Wolf said today, April 18th, the team is in trade talks for receivers. And then, if you could, Xander, if you still have it anywhere near you, him talking about the drama about posting. And here's the other one. TB12 is my favorite player. I watched Dynasty, and it brought back some memories from my childhood. Go look it up. He did in 2015 when he was doubted, disrespected. Yeah, I see the disrespect. What's that mean? Motivated. Yes, that's it. What's he talking about? I do not think changing my PFP to the greatest quarterback ever would cause controversy. Take care. Why even post that? Why even post that? I want these for Philly 500. And I'll even say this. And I'll even go here. And then you turn around and you start following all the players on the Patriots. Desmond goes, isn't Slay still an Eagle? You don't remember the drama? His goodbyes? ESPN and Fox all reporting that they were going to let him become a free agent, and then Drew Rosenhaus got on the phone. Darius Slay deleted it too. Said goodbye to Philly. That happened. The next day, magically, he took a pay cut and he remained, and Gardner Johnson was out. That's what happened. And he still had years on his contract. He wasn't even a free agent. Thank you, Yale. The city of Philly turned Brown into a diva. No, not the city of Philly. The money did. Everything Tennessee thought would happen has happened. By the way, I'll tolerate it. 100 catches, 1,500 yards, I don't care. But don't look to me to look to him for any kind of leadership. I have no interest in that guy leading my football team. This guy leads one person and one thing and one person only, him. He doesn't give a shit about Jalen Hurts. He doesn't give a shit about Devontae Smith. He doesn't give a shit about winning. He only gives a shit about Devontae Smith, about A.J. Brown. That's how I look at him. And that's how everyone looks at these diva wideouts. A.J. Brown had a career year. And the Eagles had one of the worst meltdowns, if not the worst meltdown in Philadelphia sports history, next to the 64 Phillies. Am I wrong? There's only one nuclear Chernobyl meltdown worse than this Eagle meltdown of last year. It was the 64 Phillies. Once again, how come no one will answer? What's the end game? How does that help you? To use a Xander Krause line from him to Dan Sileo, how does that help you? You got the money. You got the yards. You got the fame. We just had one of the worst finishes to a season in NFL history. People are questioning the lock. Here's my true problem without goofing. Here's my problem with him. Instead of being a leader in the offseason that team needs, you are acting selfish and self-absorbed when already the coach's authority is being questioned and leadership is being questioned. Then you have a quarterback questioning the consistency of coaching and front office moves. How does that help calm the waters when you lose Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox? Tell me how that helps. It looks the same thing as a chaotic meltdown of 1-6. Are you better or are you worse as a team right now in your own locker room? My answer is no. I see immaturity in a locker room that lost leadership. All the goofing around, I'm out. I'm being serious here. You lost Jason Kelce. You lost Fletcher Cox. How do you allow a person like A.J. Brown to create drama that you're trying to run away from? Why would you do that? The littlest things are going to touch people off and send it in a different. You've already today have a report that the coach is going to be fired. You have a report that, and quotes that Jalen Hurts hates the coaches. And I don't think he's a fan of Nick Sirianni. Yale goes, I'm not judging it yet. Okay, Yale, do you think the leadership and do you think with the actions of some of the players and what they're doing, especially the best offensive player in the huddle, do you think that those issues in the locker room have been resolved with the players that quit on you? If you're Nick Sirianni, do you really believe those have been addressed? Sills is jumping to conclusions. The only conclusion that you have is you had chaos in your locker room. You had a meltdown at the end of the year. A.J. Brown didn't even play in the final season. He was in Atlantic City at a bar drinking at a boxing match. I'm just trying to figure out, where do you think that this is improved? And the question that Xander's right on, how does this help that situation? How does it help? A week out from the draft, you got an organization saying, that, get this, we're looking for a top flight wide receiver. And you got a guy waving his arms. I'm over here in Philly. Hit the like button. Philly 500 is going to join us. Keep it here, National Football Show.